I have never seen Kwaidan. What should I expect?
Well, Kwaidan by Masaki Kobayashi is a crucial film, again, for me. And the reason I chose it is multi-tiered, because it's based on the stories of one of my favorite writers of all times, Lafcadio Hearn. Hearn is a very peculiar writer.
ところで、日本の古い話には不思議に結末をつけないでそのまま残っているのがある。なぜ結末をつけないでそのままになっているのか。あるいはまたその執筆の途中で死の神が筆を止めさせたのかもしれない。
He has an Irish father, a Greek mother. He chronicles Japan for the West. He makes accessible Japanese myth and the richness of their culture, and his fables are full of passion. The stories are based on a book of his called Kwaidan, which also is one of my favorites because part of it is insect lore and the other part is ghost stories.
Perfect.
So what's not to like, you know? It's an eminently modern movie and also an artifact of ancient roots because it's based on ancient ghost tales of Japan. One of his tales is one of the most beautiful paradoxes on ghost/fairy tales, The Woman in the Snow. It's a fairy tale that is both incredibly scary and incredibly beautiful and talks about love and death with equal passion. Kobayashi was one of the most renowned filmmakers in Japan at the time, but he was also incredibly stubborn, and his quest to do Kwaidan the way he wanted to do it, and at the scale and the inventiveness he wanted to do it, it is not an enterprise that he rationally should have tackled. And he goes against all that and makes what I consider one of the most perfect films artistically I've ever seen. And his influence is felt in my own work in the fact that the inventiveness the film has with color and shape and filmmaking is unrivaled. He goes completely not analog about the way he treats colors or landscape. All of a sudden you have a sky full of eyes watching human foibles that has a transcendental, crazy value spiritually, but visually is insane. And then he goes into a color palette that is of a purity equal to painting or engraving. If you have never seen it, and this is going to be your first time, you're in for an absolute treat because it's a film for all times.